Badger.
Hi.
Hi. It's good to see you.
We never see each other. We never stream together.
No, it's totally this whole new world. Hi, I'm Moxie Dame, aka Jess. Surly Durly on Twitter. You may have heard of me at some point.
I shouldn't even put angry.
Angry. You're the angry badger.
I do get feisty sometimes.
You know, people are talking about you having, rabies. So you have a reputation.
I've never foamed at the mouth. Well, sometimes when your pictures go on Tech Rat's screen, but other than that, I've never foamed at the mouth.
Not yet. Oh,
give it time.
We picked up a wild Rossi.
This is my short king. My short king.
Thank you, Rossi. And you know what? It's way up here now. Thank you, Badger. I could hit the applause button, but I'm just going to give you the, OG clap. No, I've been having so much fun joining you guys on the nerd streams.
It's a pleasure.
It's been a blast.
It's a pleasure. Just the distraction, the feminine distraction from them. So, yeah. Irwin-tisms a lot. You've got the bubble gun. It works. You get the
bubble gun, the tinfoil hat. Oh, the bubble gun is effective. Oh, Suns and Shadows. Thank you,
Jeff. What's going on, buddy?
We have a gooch.
Freshly manscaped.
Freshly manscaped. I love it. Where did my gooch go?
Insert phrasing. I'll search for him. I'll search for your gooch if you want, but maybe a little invasive this early. No, he's easy.
I see it.
And a Trace. Beautiful.
Oh, shout out to a Trace. Yeah.
And he was a good sport. Last night's stream was a lot of fun too.
Yes. The Sunday streams are turning into something. And
we were Rossi. You guys, we got to talk about stuff. Thank you. So we were chatting in the pre-stream, the green room, the backstage, the private space about how many streams you're on right now, and just kind of you have a regular show on your channel. How many times a week?
Well, my personal show, I guess 4 times a week if you count the Badger Den, which I do. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then that Friday show. But they don't feel like streaming; they feel like hanging out with friends. So,
you love what you do. You'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
So.
But then sometimes you go on streams and it definitely feels like
like the last time you were on my channel.
No, you are an angel. You are an angel.
What did you say? You said this is proof that you would actually do anything for me to be on this.
Okay, yeah, that might have been some, but yeah. Oh, do you have Drunk 3PO watching you?
I don't know.
You're famous.
He's popped in here and there before.
Jay, shout out. I got a butter dish because of that guy.
How?
I mean, like, he inspired me to purchase a butter dish. He was evangelizing, extolling the properties of the butter dish. My grandmother had a butter dish, so it spoke to me, and so I went and I got one. And now I'm.
So all he mentioned was that his grandmother had a butter dish, and that was all it took.
My grandmother had one, and his love of his own butter dish, and like they were making fun of him.
Not his grandma, his butter dish.
No. I don't think they would ever make fun of his grandma. Yeah, no, his butter dish. Poor guy. Butter dishes. I'm saying, you should get one. Totally worth it. He didn't lie. They're very useful.
In France, I've heard this. I don't know this for sure, but I have heard it. They don't refrigerate their butter. They're just like sticking in the.
You don't really have to unless it's like super hot and humid out. It's a lot of them shelf stable.
You're hot and humid.
Yeah. I warn you, I am susceptible to flattery. I got that clip. Thank you, Tech Rat.
Oh, Jacobs, I'm a heathen. Leave it in the wrapper.
It's fine. Just looks classy.
So also, I wanted to get the lore of the Badger because we've only been, interacting for the past, few months or so?
Yeah.
And I know you've had this conversation with other people, but this is my show. So I want to know how you got into this only about a year ago, you said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, my YouTube account I've had since I was like a teenager. It was called something different at the time. And like for a while when YouTube first popped off, like 2004 or 5, I was uploading like gameplay footage and a couple of which are now member videos of me like voicing over characters and stuff. But
did you show face?
No. Didn't even have the ability back then. and it was like 240p uploads max at the time. Like, it was fun. Yeah, but I remember
Super
like one
crispy.
time throughout the years, Rat was looking at it and he's like, you have like 50,000 views on this one video. I said, really? And I had like 250 subs. This was years ago. So in my mind, it was always like, damn, I wish I had capitalized on that. It might have been something. And then I started watching Gary, and like, our pop culture started getting destroyed, and Force Awakens came out, and I didn't like it the way I thought I would, but it was fine. And then like Last Jedi and Captain Marvel, and then not only was I not liking the stuff, I was then getting attacked for not liking it, and not that special like normal nerd attack. It was like an extra little. It was the start of being like the racist, sexist, toxic, all the worst things you could be called movement.
Cis white male,
basically.
Okay.
Oh, you don't like Captain Marvel because you hate women? I was like, well, I don't like Captain Marvel because you wrote her like a See You Next Tuesday, and you put it in between two really important movies that it had no relevance to at the time. It was Infinity War and then Endgame. And so that led me to the internet, which led me to Anna, that Star Wars girl, ranting about Captain Marvel. I was like, oh, look, here's a pretty girl that fucking is saying what I'm saying. So what, does she hate women too? And that led me to Critical Drinker and Az and Gary. And then 2 years of watching that, and you get a little radicalized. And I was working as a chef in a convention center and drinking quite heavily. And then that all exploded, and I had to not drink. And so basically at the end of all of that, I was like, I'm going to try this YouTube thing that I've been watching people do for 2 years. And just did what Gary and Drinker said in their many videos that I had seen them say over the years. And here we are.
That's amazing. Yeah. I actually created some videos back in the early aughts, 2007, 2008 on under, much buried, not even members only. Like it's still out there, but no. It was more of like the detox videos and the juicing videos, and like, I'm getting healthy. And I'd watch like Fat, Sick, Nearly Dead. And I'm like, I'm going to hold myself accountable by making videos. Just nobody's going to watch them, but I'm going to know they're there. And that's enough. So that's the early days. And then it was like end of 2022. And I'd been following Gary, and I'd been following, the culture shift, I'd say. But it didn't really affect me until it seemed like everything was changing all at once. And then I was like, started watching Ben Shapiro and, Louder with Crowder. And then it's like the Gary stuff. And it all just kind of like hit me. Particularly at one time, it wasn't progressive for me because I wasn't keeping track. Everything, I was living my life, working, doing the daily stuff, not paying attention to politics because that was never my bag.
I didn't realize how indoctrinated I was. And I don't mean like I was never full-blown TDS, but I just believed all the mainstream. And like when I would watch Gary and he would call things like Marxism and all this, okay, Gary, Marxism. Yeah. It's just bad writing and with all these fun things. But then like the more you get it, I was like, oh, no. It is totally cultural Marxism. It's entirely on purpose. They systematically wiped out all the heroes. I wasn't insane. That's been the best part, though, is like, oh, shit, I was probably wrong about a lot of things. I should go back and look over. But yeah, that was the big thing. Just finding a group of community, not a community. That's commie word. It's a fellowship.
That's a bad word.
Just like, yeah, that was like, you're not insane. We're seeing it, too. This is what they're doing. This is why they're doing it. This is who they're doing it for. This is what those people are doing it for. And this is why they're, and you all the way up to the top. And you sound like Alex Jones the further you get to the top. Till you're talking about the, the Illuminati, essentially, like the oligarchy.
It's just all in.
It makes so much. And now when people go, well, why did they do that? Go, well, I'll tell you why they did that. And you can just go right along the pathway. Yeah.
It's not you. I assume you're joking because I have no idea. Oh, sorry. I thought that was at you, Badger. It's not at you. It's the chat squabbling. So, I mentioned my detox and like wanting to lose weight thing. You have mentioned before that you used to be a fat kid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still.
Is that a joke or were you?
No, I was super fat. I was like over 240 pounds for like a long time. And then I got down into like to 200s. And then, once I quit drinking, the weight just poured off.
Drinking is bad.
Yeah, and then just you add in some working out and not eating like crap all the time. And that shaped my life. And I'm almost 40, unfortunately. But hey, at least it's now. Yeah.
I keep thinking because my sister is 12 years older than me, and she's struggled with the weight. I've struggled with weight forever, and it's like now that she's 52, she's lost weight, but the skin and the elasticity just does not bounce back. So it's like, okay, Got to make a big push and keep it, create new habits and obsessions. Because when I do the diet thing, I have to be completely in. I can't half-ass it.
And it's also an awareness that we've also been completely lied to our entire lives. That goddamn food pyramid that I was indoctrinated with like it's completely anyway. And so now, of
The dairy industry.
We know that eating meat is actually really good for you. That's sort of how we're meant to be. And yeah. So, but yes,
bitch,
we
I
all
ate 300.
Big sugar. Those sons of bitches. They made everyone think it was fat and butter. It was spoiler. It was not. It was not. But yeah, me too. It's if I like even right now, I need to go back to carnivore. Just a little bit of
So did you follow a particular diet? Was it carnivore? Was it keto that really helped?
For the longest time, it was just laziness. I would only eat once a day at night, which meant I was inadvertently fasting and like intermittent fasting and OMAD 1 meal a day, but just through sheer laziness. And then, of course, I kept throwing myself out of ketosis because I was drinking. But once you take the drinking out, it's like, oh, I'm keto. And then all of a sudden, I'm like 180 pounds of pure muscle. I slip. But that's my point is as soon as you get rid of all that extra shit that we probably shouldn't be eating anyway. And if you just walk 10,000 steps and don't eat more than like 2,000 calories, you'll be fine. And you'll feel great. Like when it happens almost like 2 months is nothing.
What gets me in the zone when I'm in it and I have spreadsheets. I'm a nerd. I'm a different kind of nerd than y'all, but I'm nerd adjacent, just different types. But I do the spreadsheets, and my go-to is 600-pound life.
To guilt yourself to staying on track?
No, to motivate me because it's like,
motivate.
God.
Yeah.
Like I watch those and I'm like, and then you root for them, and all the women are most of the time failures. The men that are really in it, most of the time, commit.
Rat and I had the awareness because instead of paying for psychotherapy, we just talk to each other and be self-aware. Is that we have treated our video game characters in our lives far better than we've treated our actual. We make our video game characters when it's appropriate, work out, eat, sleep, take care, spoil them. It's like, wow, we don't cheat ourselves. So we just tried to start being the people we make in video games in real life. Work out, dress better, act better.
Like what kind of games are these? Like Sims? Or
I think it's just like throughout the history, like if there was an MMO or if there was a Grand Theft Auto or something where we fucking spoil our characters or anything like that. Yeah.
Did you ever have a nano baby or a gigapet?
One of my biggest disappointments in life when Rat and I were kids was he told me he and his sister were getting a dog. And when they came home, it was a digipet. It was a nano pet, not an actual dog. It's like, bro, this is not a dog. It's like, no, look, I'm going to feed it. Yeah. I think eventually I got one, but yeah, he knows what he did.
That stuff gives you anxiety though. Like if you don't tend to your digital
extra stress for my fake creature, I'll play Pokemon instead. Play Pokemon and
you actually know Rat in real life?
Oh, Rat and I have known each other since we were 12 years old. Yeah, we lived in the same apartment complex. So we are not brothers, but we are as brothers. We might as well be. So his mom is a white homo. And his dad is he paid us enough. And I love him more than I should any other man. His mom is white, his dad's Puerto Rican, my dad is white, my mom's Puerto Rican. So we're the same, but switchies.
Little reversal.
Switchies, yeah.
Crisscross.
So yeah, Chrissy Crossies all the time. Yeah, I'm uncle to his children. So yeah.
The funny uncle, but not the funny uncle.
The fun one. I'm serious black that hopefully has a better ending. Yeah. What, funny? Like I amuse you? Oh, is this what we're eating? Eggs?
Well, this was from Vogue in 1977, how to lose 5 pounds in 3 days.
Well, they were correct.
Breakfast, hard-boiled egg, glass of white wine, dry preferably Chablis, black coffee. Lunch, 2 eggs, hard-boiled is best, poached if necessary, 2 glasses of white wine, black coffee. Dinner, 5-ounce steak, grilled with black pepper, lemon juice, remainder of the wine, 1 bottle per day. Who
bottle a day? A Frenchman, probably. It seems very healthy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stress-free. Stress-free.
There was a diet that back in 2000, I want to say 5-ish, it was lose 10 pounds in 11 days. It worked. I mean, you gained it back if you didn't like maintain or switch to something else and like up your exercise and whatever. But it worked, and I've not been able to find that shit in the last like 15 years. They scrubbed it from the internet. They don't want the secret out.
They'd rather you
It's a
take
conspiracy.
Ozempic.
Well, there's that.
The problem with these like fad diets or the quick ones is like they may work in the short term, but then like you said, you go back. So you got to find something that like you could do pretty much endlessly. If I had to, I could eat eggs the rest of my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could do carnivore the rest of my life.
What's your how do you prefer your eggs?
Oh, normally scrambled because I'm a basic bitch, but I could eat them anyway. I'm fine with sunny side up or over easy or.
We are Southern Californian people. Scrambled eggs lend themselves to breakfast burritos.
Sure. Yes. Now, eggs it would be the bane of any, like, I'm not working breakfast or brunch service because people would get all tismy about their eggs. They're like, I want it over easy, medium hard. No, that's too much jiggle. That's not enough jiggle. And you're like, oh my God.
Oh, God, it'd be jelly because jam don't shake.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Oh, I heard something recently from one of my bosses. I have a few different part-time jobs. One of them, she told me that she had or has had issues with Hashimoto's disease, and she would always get like violently sick anytime she went to like IHOP or Denny's and got their eggs, and that she found out that most chains put, and please fact check me because this is the first time I've heard of it, they put pancake batter in their eggs to make them fluffier.
I've not heard that, but I would have also suggest you not go to Denny's or IHOP.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, unless it's like one of those super like that one Denny's on the way to in Bakersfield. That's fine. On the way to Vegas, that's the only one we're allowed.
There's not much around.
Yeah. No, I've not heard. I know a lot of them. We would always put like milk or cream in it, but I still think that's like why. I don't actually think it makes it fluff. It depends.
How long were you a chef? I did not know this.
I mean, I've always cooked, and I actually went to a culinary school, and then I was at the convention center for like 6 years doing a bevy of different things, but those were 12 14-hour days and high pressure because a lot of times it would be like celebrities or events and stuff.
Oh, fancy.
This is much better. This is much preferred.
Do you like The Bear, the series?
No. Well, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It reminded me enough of it to begin with. And I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't want to feel this. I don't like it. It's like an artificial anxiety that you can get, and it's usually from people that aren't confident. It's like the equivalent of panicking in a combat situation. But like, this was already hard enough on its own. I don't need you, we're getting mortared and shelled. I get it. Go in your foxhole. You're fucking bothering me. It would be the same thing in culinary, and the artificial stress turns me off. So yeah, I did not watch that show for that reason.
Okay, well,
so
I'm
it's probably
totally not excited about the new seasons coming. Coming out someday.
It's probably pretty accurate then.
Speaking of new seasons coming out, and you son of a bitch, I was so mad at you.
I saved
last week. You did not save me because I'm watching it anyway. Yellowstone.
Who thought he would do that in the first? He promised he wouldn't do that. There's a whole article of Taylor Sheridan saying, look, I know Kevin has left, but I'm not going to be spiteful. It's not like I'm going to give him some sort of the equivalent of the ending. In the first 5 minutes, Rat watched it. Yeah, I just don't have any desire to go further ahead with it. Are you going to watch it for me then?
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to power through. I'm
more excited for 1923.
Oh, that one's so good too. I love them all. I'm just really mad about this particular thing.
I don't want to be hurt again, and I think I already got hurt. So it's like I don't want to keep watching it.
Well, I'm already hurt and I'm masochistic. So come on.
Oh, let's
finish the story.
Yeah.
Let's finish the story. It's fine. I'm going to be mad about it. And I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but if you've watched the first 5 minutes of the latest portion of Yellowstone, good luck to you.
It just needs a little bit of a bitter taste in the mouth.
A little bit.
Done. Especially after was pointed out in the last season, he gives a whole spiel to Jamie about.
Right. But they're setting it up as if he didn't, though.
It's what I assume that maybe this is like, and this might be a genius move on his part, that this is all a fake to you sure you don't want to come back and set this all right, and like a who shot JR type thing. I don't know. That would be great if he did. I'd take my hat off to him. Timeline's correcting.
You know, lots of things are healing. We're going to talk more about that. But speaking of disappointments, there was a fight on Friday. I haven't streamed since then on my own channel, so we're just going to just mention it briefly. What are your feelings on that? Did you go back and rewatch it since it was impossible to watch at the time?
Yeah, because I mean, even just kind of going like side of eye to see if someone was getting knocked out, and then finding out the supposed, even though I guess that got debunked, the whole like if Tyson had knocked him out in the first round, he would have got no money, and then the money goes up and all.
Yeah, there were a few conspiracies surrounding that.
I didn't go back and rewatch it, but that's just because I was like, I didn't even think there was anything worth to go back and like, oh look, he hit him once. And like, I guess I've seen those clips, right, of people saying that he was signaling him that
the tongue,
stuck his tongue out. Yeah, I was like, I thought he just was like, you hit me, but it didn't knock me down. But
did you see Alex Stein? He was interviewing people as they were leaving the arena, and they're like, was it rigged? Most of them said totally rigged, different fighter, and then other people were like, he's old.
I just don't buy that. If you look at all those training videos where he is fast, the weigh-in when he slapped him, those hands were so quick, and I guess the assumption is that he gassed out 3 rounds in or whatever, but man, it just looked like he stopped.
Yeah.
In other words, there was no like decline. It was just like, and then they danced.
They did the dance.
They did the dance. The girl chick was the girl fight was good.
That was insane.
Blew her face open. Oh, that looks like such fun. He was making pancakes.
Yes. He's a little sloppy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's how I taste my pancake batters. I just sniff to make sure that the sugar is correctly in there. Yeah.
Yeah. No clumps. Zax. Hey, Zax. 1923 was a tough watch. Let Harrison Ford's animated corpse rest.
Was it?
There were moments.
I think I might. Oh, I think I can't close on that
emotionally for me.
I was simping for the dude, Spencer. I was like, look at this. This is all that's man. He had the thing with like he was hunting lions. It had like I don't know.
The Sahara, and he was getting the mountain lions.
Yeah, that's a dude. I was like, oh, this guy could play Batman. Tyson too could play Batman, but had the jaw for it. Spencer or whatever his name is.
I was gonna pull up the clip that I usually use for Leon. I'll do it anyway.
I hear that you are bisexual.
That's a good clip. It's like an 8-minute video.
We didn't watch the whole thing.
You didn't? I thought you did.
No, it just felt like it was a whole 8 minutes.
God bless that person.
So child of the 90s, well, 80s and 90s. Mike Tyson was always in the peripheral. My family never watched boxing or anything like that. He was in the news. He was arrested, and there, things came up. The iconic lisp that he has, the tattoo face biting off Holyfield's ear.
Punch Out and him on Simpsons.
Yeah.
What I remember him from.
So there's a whole lot of new stuff. Well, not new, old stuff surfacing on like X and that, talking about his history and that. And it's like kind of like, I don't remember that so much. I don't remember that. Apparently, his wife that he was estranged from,
Robin Gibbons.
Yeah, she's down here. Where'd she go?
Yeah, that one I know just because I used to listen to Howard Stern before he was insane, and he used to date Robin Gibbons, and so sometimes that story would come up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn. He was 11 years old taking acid and robbing houses with a World War I bayonet.
Yeah, really? And then he's been talked about on Rogan a lot that like Mike was a little monster who got found by Gus D'Amato, who turned him into a machine. Stick with me, kid. I'll take you to the top, like the Rocky type shit, and turned this little criminal monster into one of the greatest boxers of all time. But controlled monsters still do monster shit.
Oh yeah. He got his shot at the heavyweights in 1986. You obviously played the Nintendo.
Yeah.
having a brain fade on that right now.
The Punch Out. Yeah.
The Punch Out. My brother
Yeah,
would
mine
play
too.
it. I would mostly watch, but hold on. There were a couple other. Talks a lot about crack and the, booger sugar.
As you do.
This is the one. Yeah, Robin Givens.
Yeah.
Dude, don't strike me. Who said that? Don't strike me.
I would have just said, like, dude, don't hit me, but you're probably gonna get hit no matter what. If you, I don't know. Even Tyson says he was insane back then. He was out of control, and like his ego, and like that's why he didn't fight for the longest time.
I mean, he's convicted of SA and
yeah,
all kinds of stuff. Had a tiger. But okay, but my favorite thing ever was this video when he met Hezbollah. Have you seen this?
I mean, a tiger.
I mean, he's got a wild past, but
Hezbollah, short guy, the short guy.
Is that a real video when you cradling him? Is it like,
Oh my God.
You know he was.
There was a baby. There's a baby. And I didn't know. I'm hungry punching me. I don't know, man. I just that's how I am with children.
Yeah.
I'm hugging on this guy.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I didn't know if you actually knew
He's
it.
like 26 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite piece of Mike Tyson history.
I mean, how could you not like that?
Everyone liked that.
Mike
Oh my
Tyson.
gosh.
Okay.
I forgot to ask you a couple random questions.
Oh,
Not that I
sure.
haven't been asking you random questions. Where would you time travel if it were possible?
I mean, I'm tempted to like the creation of the pyramids just to settle that shit once and for all. Like the actual factual. I don't know. I'd probably like to go back like 14 or 15,000 years to the Younger Dryas before all those asteroid impacts and see just how far along civilization was. Look at like the Amazon and see how developed it was and all that. That would be cool. Like if I could go anywhere back then. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole like 3 wishes things. One of those has always been, I just want an actual truthful lexicon or just documentation of just the truth, not someone's interpretation. I just want the facts of what things were like X amount thousands of years ago versus some others' interpretation or these hypotheses about what happened. I just want the truth.
Fortunately, history is the worst game of telephone ever. And that message has already been changed like 20. So it's like, yeah, it's rough. And it's like, the more you look into it, the more it's like, oh man, we've been reset so many times probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, which is depressing, right? It's depressing to think that we might've gotten to this advanced level and higher like 3 or 4 times. And then just some sort of cosmic like bloop happens and we reset. And then we turn into like Roman times for, and then we get back here and then bloop. But that's all it is, right? Continuity of history and passing stuff along. Maybe we'll get it this time.
Maybe. Next question. There's only 2 for now.
Okay.
If you were a captain of a pirate ship, what would the name of your ship be? You think about it. I'm going to be right back. I'm still listening.
Okay. All right. She's going to do a quick 38 seconds.
Fit for a bit.
Yeah. No, the Starborn, I think is what I would call my pirate ship. The Starborn. Yes. The one game that no one has played. I'm talking about Starfield. Yep, I know. Badgercast. Let's go. Words of Paradise for 5. You didn't have to do it, but you did it. Younger Dryas. Pyramids. Tell us you watch Joe Rogan without telling us you don't watch Joe Rogan, Badger. But let me tell you about elk meat. And that you're eating a super athlete. All right. It's really healthy, really lean. And jiu-jitsu, all cops should be purple belts. MMA is life. I knew what you were saying, Words. What would your pirate ship be, Words? The Trans Olympia? There you go, Tech Rat. There's some skin for him. No. So I would go back to the Younger Dryas, make sure, just suss everything out, see if I could find Atlantis. I don't know, maybe like Right Badger was here. And then maybe hop, skip, and a jump to dinosaur times if I could. Oops, I'm cheating. Sorry.
You're cheating. Why are you cheating?
Well, you can't go to one time period, then hop, skip, and a jump to another time period. It
No,
refutes the
this
pick
is-
a time period.
This is your unreality. You get,
I'm
it's
so
what you want
human
it to
that
be.
even my fake realities have to have rules. Otherwise, it just goes
Well,
out of
yeah. And then be chaos.
It's chaos. Ah, true
Oh my
libertarian fun,
goodness.
anarchy and chaos.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know what? We're gonna go to the we're gonna go to the first segment of the show. We're 30 minutes in.
We're live.
Recent news. Not breaking, but it's close enough. Did you okay, well, let me ask you this first. As a child of the 80s and 90s,
Mhm.
you walked to the corner gas station half a mile away ever? Was that normal? Ride your bikes with your friends until
I was a latchkey kid. I went to school on my own, came home on my own, went to all the stores, had very little supervision. When I left my house, I was gone. And no one
That's
would have
normal.
found me. Yeah.
right? Mikey with the vibe. Thank you. Yeah, totally normal, right? Not anymore. So this lady, she was arrested, jailed, and fined because her 11-year-old son walked to the local store. Some woman approached him, asked if he was okay. He was like, yeah, I'm fine. Probably told her, fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, kids nowadays. And she called the police anyway. They talked to him, go to his parents' house, arrest her.
I mean, what's the law that he was breaking?
He wasn't
Is it-
breaking a law.
Because we had
being
curfew
neglectful.
laws. Oh.
No, she was just neglectful as a parent because it's
yeah,
apparently not safe.
that's crazy.
Isn't that wild? I mean, like back in our day, the 12-year-olds would babysit the other little ones, and take them to the store, walk them all, and you'd be like, hold my hand, the daisy chain kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Facts. You didn't have to, but you did. It means a world to me.
Bango, bongo, bongo.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Thank you, Zach. But this was just crazy to me. This is a news segment. News
Police body camera video shows the moment Brittany Patterson was arrested for letting her 10-year-old son walk into town by himself.
What am I under arrest for?
For reckless endangerment.
And how was I
Sue.
recklessly endangering my child?
About it.
On October 30th, Patterson said she took one of her children to the doctor. In the meantime, her son, Soren, who since turned 11, decided to walk less than a mile into town from their home in rural Mineral Bluff, Georgia. While out, Patterson got a call from the sheriff's department, worried that Soren was walking alone.
I wasn't concerned. I wasn't, panicking or concerned because it's just a short walk from our house. He knows how to get home. He knows how to get there.
I was just thinking of those old-timey pictures where they had 8-year-olds working in the mines.
Bro, this kid could have 7 kids of his own. And those pictures are really depressing of the 7-year-olds and they're all on their 7th pack of cigarettes for the day. And they've been working to the mine. Yeah. This is because they don't want competent people, self-independent, competent people who want us to suck on the teat of the state. Sorry, I'll go full crazy. This is what we used to have. You used to be able to trust your kids. Go to the store, get mommy a pack of cigarettes and some milk and whatever the hell you want else that's extra, since you could buy a lot for $5 back then.
I mean, we got the candied cigarettes. You puff out the sugar smoke.
Rat and I would sit there on the corner waiting for adults to go by and puff it out just to see their face, see if they said something. It's candy. Stupid adult. Yeah, we had all the fun
Authorities dropped Soren off at home, and
Better
5
times.
hours later, they returned.
Call mommy and tell them they're taking you to jail because you decided to walk down the street.
Let go of your hand.
stuff. Wow.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, call mommy.
You're the mother. That's your responsibility.
Last time I checked, it wasn't illegal for a kid to walk to the store.
It is when they're 10 years old.
Patterson was booked on suspicion of
Is it though?
Yeah. That's going to be a lawyer's. Let's go. We'll hear about a couple $1 million she's getting for this.
reckless conduct, a charge that could carry 1 year in jail. The warrant claiming she willingly and knowingly did endanger the bodily safety of her juvenile son.
our criminal justice system is built on the fact that you did something or you were negligent. You did something criminally negligent. So what is it she did?
Authorities have offered to drop the charge if Patterson signs a safety plan that includes the use of a GPS tracker on her son's phone. But she
Safety
What?
plan. GPS
Where the
tracker.
fuck is that in the laws or constitutions of state or okay. Yeah.
No, I hope she gets rich.
Oh,
I hope so.
yeah. Yeah, that's insane.
He refuses to sign it or admit
Refuses to
to doing
sign.
anything wrong.
I just felt like I couldn't sign that, and that in doing so would be agreeing that there was something unsafe about my home or something unsafe about my parental decisions, and I just don't believe that.
Brittany Patterson is out on bail, awaiting to see if prosecutors will indict her on the reckless conduct.
Yeah, that's an easy that seems like an easy illegal like false arrest and all the other fun things.
Yeah. Oh, something that I had just seen like a little bit before the stream. I swapped out a story about immigration in Canada because you're not Canadian and I don't know enough about immigration to speak on it effectively. But that's some bullshit that's happening up there. That whole freezing immigration, and it's like you're cooking up with something up there.
Oh, really? Because my take on that was like, oh, you mean something you wanted to do? You know how dangerous, but you were capitulating. But now that Daddy God Trump is back in office, you're allowed to do what you should have done 4 years ago. Someone's cleaning their room. Someone's cleaning their room before we get spot inspections.
Our Canadian friends, though, in the group chat were like, it should make you a little sussy-wussy, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, because it's just, I don't know, it seems slimy. I don't think it says, oh, we better clean up house. I think they're doing something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. The slimy part would be like would be just Trudeau being slimy. Not cleaning up because it's the good thing, cleaning up because I better do it so I have clout when I talk to
He's Castro's son, right? Are we?
They sure look similar. They sure look similar.
Get yourself a woman who holds on to you like his mom did to Castro in those pictures. God dang.
Dark features.
Let's see. They didn't freeze immigration. They only limited it by 20%. The story is hardcore being misreported. That's why I'm not talking about it any more than I've already talked about it. But this was a little freaky. So Amala, she worked for PragerU and did some work with Charlie Kirk here and there. She's used to be a hardcore liberal and now does conservative commentary.
Gary has been, shout out to Nerd. He's been on her channel. I believe she's been on F&T before. Nice.
So she's been reporting on the Diddy situation, as a lot of people have been. And she gets a call by somebody from somebody who she used to live with. Private investigators showed up to her home or prior home. And so she'll tell us about it. Where's my cursor? There we are.
Visited a place I used to live in search of me, and they were coming to ask me whether or not I've been paid to talk about P. Diddy and his connection to other celebrities on my show. Now, luckily, the person I used to live with called me on the phone so I could talk to these guys. They did not immediately disclose that they were private investigators. I had to coax that out of them through being quite hostile to them throughout the conversation. But they kept bringing up my content that I made in regard to P. Diddy and his connection to other celebrities. They would not say who they were working for and who had hired them to come and travel around to these different influencers. But they did say that they would be going to multiple influencers who are talking about these stories to figure out whether or not they're being paid by a specific entity to share them. Now, I am definitely not paid to talk about what I talk about on my channel, but they said not only would they pay me to disclose who I was being paid by, but they would pay me more than whatever I was getting to share the opposite story. I don't know who these guys were. I don't even know if they were telling the truth, but they did say there were 10 other influencers that they were going to be visiting. So I'm putting this out there in case this happens to anybody else. And I will be going more in depth as to what happened on my show today in case you want any further information. But this is very, very strange.
You can pay me if you want, and I'll talk about P. Diddy. Just so you know,
Right.
Email,
however way you want. Well, so that was 8 hours ago. And then a few hours later, this other content creator, streamer, I guess a TikToker, had these people approach his home, the back of his home via the alleyway, because that's a lot of the homes in the more, city areas. You have an access like a garage or something off of the alleyway. These guys show up at the back door.
So you guys are private investigators who have come to my private home asking about influencers? This is very uncomfortable, you guys.
I don't know why.
I'll explain.
No, you're at my home.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to us then?
Have I broken some law?
Absolutely not.
And you have the thin blue. This is frightening. I think. Can you guys step away from my home?
Well, we're in a public street, so the answer is no. But I'm not. Listen, we're not trying to give you a hard time.
Why are you here? What do you mean? You're showing up at my house.
We're very nice and respectful, and we will be. I just have two quick questions for you, and if you want to be interested in it, great. If not, I'll have a nice day. We're not.
What is this? This is odd.
So
you have to admit this is very weird.
It always is, and people always ask us.
These two guys show up at your house asking you about your content. They don't show ID. They don't tell you who they're working for. They just start asking about what you're doing on the internet. How would you feel about that?
Oh, I would totally be talking to them. This guy's being a bitch, and he's like losing all the ability to like, milk information out of them. But yeah, that's super. In fact, that would make me super interested of like what I was talking about that they showed up. But yeah, curious.
So you do a little reversal and be the one to be asking the questions, like getting down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
I'm happy to explain it to you.
What?
Very simply, we're just hired to speak to a few people that do, have a lot of followers, stuff like that, on different platforms.
What is this about the Diddy stuff I report on?
Somewhat, yes. Not necessarily Diddy stuff, but people
somewhat, yes.
And just stuff like that. So basically, a very simple question is
that's just very simple.
Paid to
The way his pitch is like super. Just
Why'd your voice go up a couple octaves when you said that? There's no reason at all.
Holy fuck. Oh no, Words of Paradise with a 10. These dudes show up at Badger's place asking about his content, and he will gleefully show them all his Joker dolls and Assassin's Creed models.
That's right. That's right. I'll show all of them, including my plate carrier and my Beretta Brigadier and all my other fun things that I have on display. Just got to get them onto the property first. That way it's all legal.
Come inside, have some tea, meet the missus. You know, that whole. Anyway.
influence that's stories like that in any direction?
No, not at all.
That's all we wanted to know. Because if the company is, they're looking into people who are.
Are you guys gonna pay me for this visit? Like, this is frightening.
So,
like, I'm honest.
Never mind. I'll wait. I'll wait because he sounds super effeminate, right?
I almost played the Pedro, but I almost said the F word. Yeah, he sounds super effeminate. That's a polite way of saying it. Yeah.
Light in the loafers. Sounds very much that. What he says in just a little bit will shock you.
Honestly, I'm super. You have to admit, if I came to your house,
super,
and like I thought this was a joke. I thought I have a friend coming over business right now. Like, this is extremely weird for me. I have 100,000 followers. I'm not making any money.
That's one of the reasons why we're here, and that's the question that we're asking. If someone contacts you, say in the last 6 months, and is paying you to influence in a certain way,
no.
Either one way.
Is it illegal if somebody would have?
So the answer is no.
Okay, I wish somebody would have. I'd love to be making real money off this. I mean, this is terrifying.
Very simply, if somebody was paying you,
right?
The company we work for, just asking that question,
right?
Okay, the company they work for.
Mm-hmm.
So already they've disclosed they work for. I know, granted, a company could be like, well, I work for a private investigator company, but they could also be an entertainment company or a marketing company.
Right. So they were contracted by someone else. I mean, that's how PIs work, right?
Yeah.
They have clients, not necessarily employers. But then again, they could be employed. It sounds so fishy.
I've also yet to see anything saying they're private investigators, because if they were private investigators, you can simply ask to see their private investigator license.
Yeah, you have to see their credentials.
Yeah.
They have to carry it. But maybe they showed it and he just started filming after because he thought it was super weird. But still.
To possibly offer you money to know who and see what's going on.
Well, they're paying me $1 million. Will you guys give me
$2 million?
Give me $2.
But seriously, this is very odd, you guys. You guys came to my house. It makes me feel slightly good that maybe I'm getting some notoriety for this, but this is crazy. Okay.
So apparently there's tons of things influencing going around.
Okay.
A huge percentage of it is all bots. Not real.
Interesting. No, I'm real. Anything I report on about Diddy is coming from what other influencers, what news articles, and I'm a comedian. I put my spin on it, but nobody is paying me to do that.
I've seen it and I like it.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's very simple.
Or run interference. Put up, like she had said, the opposite.
Yeah.
I said the thing much sooner. It was very long.
People who are getting some negative,
would be interested in
in finding that out and possibly going.
We have the technology.
Right. Am I at any danger for doing this?
Zero. The only time you would ever have any liability is if you said, "I know for a fact this person raped."
No, all of my. I'm satire. I'm a comedian.
You know, allegedly.
I always say like, wow. I'm shocked that this is. I've never had fans come visit me. I'm just filming you guys because this freaked me out.
We do say allegedly a lot, but
we do. Kind of have to.
Right.
So we got a list of about 15 people.
Interesting.
Bro, this is not Tony Hinchcliffe.
Wow.
And we're just trying to find out if people are paying for the story to be.
Okay.
No way. No.
Tony does sound gay as fuck, but he does not sound. It can't be Tony. Tony is in Texas anyway. He lives in Texas, so he does sound. He does sound effeminate.
Thank you for the pear-shaped creature sticker that's wearing a headband, sunglasses, and saying, "Hey you, snafu."
Big ship. You could have been serious because it didn't sort of sound like Tony. That's the problem. Tony sounds lesbian.
Oh no. Yeah,
Tony's
he totally didn't have to talk to them at all.
I honestly don't even think these dudes are private investigators. These seem more like headhunters for sort of, but like if he had said like, "Oh yeah, I get paid by blah 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 blah," they were just giving him money. That's not a private investigator thing. This is like I don't know.
Listen, everybody talks about it.
Okay.
I'm not an influencer whatsoever.
Right.
Guess what? Me and my friends talk about it once in a while.
Right.
Oh,
right. And I understand I'm not looking to spread misinformation, and TikTok docks you very quickly. If I've had videos like, "Oh, that sounds threatening" or this and that, but can I get your guys' information just so if I have something that comes up, I can contact you guys?
So to be honest,
no.
Okay.
No.
Got it.
My name is Robert James.
Okay, Robert. Okay, cool. This is crazy.
Agreed. And again, we were going to sit here.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's my cat Crunchy. I hope my wife is impressed. I mean,
His wife. He said his wife.
Straight. It's California straight. Leave his cat alone, dear God. Poor Crunchy.
Oh no, I had a thing for this.
Be a shame if something would have happened to Crunchy.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. I didn't add it to my roster of clips. But did you know there was a show back on TLC? It only aired one episode. It's called My Husband Is Not Gay.
No, but that sounds fun. That sounds fun.
And the phrase that the wives say.
Not gay. SSA.
Same-sex attracted.
Yeah, that's a California thing a lot of the times where they just sound very effeminate, very lesbian, but they're straight.
Sure, Jan. If you watch that first episode, you may think otherwise. Most of them are LDS, so it's not allowed.
Yeah, that does sound like fun.
So that was super. I don't like that, but interesting. I thought it was interesting. In other news, and this for some reason got me a community note on the video before we even went live saying that Trump won the election. It's like, no, I'm talking about her spending too much money.
Yeah.
Whatever. So
they did that to themselves.
They did. So this was on today's the 18th. It's still today. Holy moly. So the cost for her campaign over the last 100 and some odd days, I was seeing reports of it being $1.5 billion, and then other places saying it was closer to $2 billion. And now she's like 20 million in debt.
Yeah, election eve ballooned to over 10 million. I'm assuming this is just paying celebrities and influencers and other people.
Mm-hmm. So she spent this, according to Fox, she spent $1.5 billion during her 15-week campaign that ended in defeat, womp womp, burning through millions of dollars on the star-studded events, Beyonce, Oprah, Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my God, it's so cringy. The campaign's planned budget ballooning to over $10 million. So Lady Gaga, John Bon Jovi. Oh, remember he saved that woman from committing, self-deletion on the bridge?
Hold on to what we got. Yeah, as I tell you what, they all come out in the wrong way, and then I don't want to listen to their music anymore. Oh,
no, they gotta ruin it for everybody. So let's see, there were some figures here. 111 million in online ads seeking donations, 50 million for door-to-door canvassers, and 2.5 million paid to 3 digital agencies who work with online influencers.
Painful.
Over 2.6 million in private flights alone.
Could have rebuilt Maui for this.
No, $700 per family. That's all you get. That's enough. So now the campaign is believed to be 20 million in debt. But her chief financial officer, Patrick Stouffer, do you like their lasagnas? Do you go for a Stouffer lasagna every now and then?
I mean,
even though you've been a chef.
I think I like Rayo's actually is pretty good, but
Oh.
yeah, I'm not above a Stouffer's. I'm not above a
Just every now
Stouffer's.
and then.
Yeah, when the
That
bombs
comes
drop
closer
and
to
you're in your
home.
fallout shelter, a Stouffer's lasagna will taste like home. Be delicious.
You know, take what you can get. So Colin Rugg, do you follow Colin Rugg?
I do not
he popped up
follow
one
Colin
time and
Rugg.
he's pretty up to date on a whole bunch of stuff. I am neglecting my chat. I was in the wrong tab.
I respect
So-
the distinction that he went with 2 L's instead of 1, like a Colin Farrell or a Colin Firth.
Remember when there was a Bush, a Dick, and a colon in Office?
I do. The jokes were not lost on me yet. I think
They
that
were
was the
abundant.
George Carlin who said that, and he said someone is getting fucked in the ass. Yeah, God, I miss George. Hey, all right, fine. I make a lot of Fallout references. Sorry.
When does
Blame
Fallout
Leon.
2 come, or the second season of Fallout come out? Do you know?
Oh, I'm not sure. They were announcing casting, so I'm assuming that means
Vulcan, yeah.
Well, yeah, Macaulay as some sort of like mad genius character, which I was gonna watch it anyway, but you're gonna add Macaulay Culkin? Sure. So probably another 2 years.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
It's a good strategy, Cotton.
Old strategy. Let's see how it works out for us.
Yeah.
So they spent almost $1 million to advertise on the Sphere in Vegas.
Yeah,
To put that mug on the Sphere. 2.6 in private jet travel. 2.5 mil toward Oprah's town hall event, in which Oprah is like, well, that money didn't come to me. Okay, sure, Jan. This one was funny. $9,000 on ice cream.
Joe loves ice cream. It's one of his stipulations. He'll endorse her, but they have to have ice cream on the tours.
And $15,000 on Uber Eats and DoorDash. I mean, that's easy to do.
But for the staff or like ads through the app. If you're a Democrat, you see it all of a sudden on your ad to pay back 20. I would watch this, by the way. Probably be a better fight.
It would be. There's all these memes now about them exhuming, like Muhammad Ali and
Muhammad could take him.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Poor guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was the whole rub, right? Also, is that she got all the money from Biden, and then she did her own thing. What a waste! What a waste!
Let's move on to entertainment away from politics. I didn't know until recently that they're doing a live action of How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had been paying attention to this. I really like that movie. At least the first one. I know there's like
cute movie. The first
2
one was
sequels
solid.
and TV shows, and
I think I only caught the first 2. I think there's up to like 4, and then I don't know, some extra shit. A series, I believe, came out.
yeah, it's one of those great things. If that's what animation used to be for, where hey, if you're black and you want to be a white character, you can do it in animation, and vice versa. White dudes can play, at least they used to. Astrid is a blonde Viking, and in the animated, she's played by America Ferrara, who's Latina. But guess what? She still looks like a Viking. And yes, now did you know there were black Vikings in you know what they'll say though, right? Moxie,
yes,
it's a fucking dragon movie. Dragon movies don't exist. Why do you have a problem with a light-skinned black woman in a Viking dragon movie, you racist?
Well, this little Miss Mally Mouse, I love her.
Oh.
Have you seen her before?
No.
She tells uncomfortable truths.
Ooh.
So she posted this video.
What the fuck? And before you start with me, yeah, it has to do with your race. Because this is a story about Vikings. Look at the real Astrid. Blonde hair, blue eyes. You know, people love to throw out the term whitewashed a lot, but I would really love to discuss what kind of color washing is happening to every live action movie that comes out now. Didn't need it, definitely didn't need it, still don't want it. And here you guys are basically making the Lion King live action with How to Train Your Dragon. Just because you hired real actors does not mean that you're not gonna have to CGI half that fucking movie. That's not even the point. I was willing to let go of the CGI thing.
That bothers me when they say live action Lion King. It's animated. It's just a different style of animation.
Yeah.
It's a bugaboo.
Yeah.
Anyway.
When you weren't gonna do another race swap. What is so hard about staying true to the original stories? Do we have to keep reinventing them? Because obviously no one likes them. Except for the loudmouth stars that you choose to do them, of course. Because here is the new Astrid saying, I could never do America Ferrera's interpretation of Astrid because I am not her. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be her. Honestly, I think we're at the point where we can start calling this cultural appropriation. You know, I was willing to let go of the mermaid thing and the blue fairy thing and all these things because those
I can't let go of the mermaid thing. Sorry. I can't.
Yeah. I thrive on this energy, by the way. This is great.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Female autism.
are just mythological made-up things. But now you're just distorting history so that you can effectively pander. I hear a lot of people complain that we don't talk about Black history enough. Well, yeah, maybe it's because y'all are busy stealing everyone else's history.
God bless you.
Yeah.
I felt things. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of people were giving her a lot of flack for that video.
Should be praised.
Hallelujah.
That's the adults coming back into the room. That's what we should have said to everyone 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6, 10 years ago. I don't care what they tell you in school. Cleopatra was black and she should have been laughed out of the fucking building. Let's make them lesbian and chant the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. And they should have been laughed out of the building. And so on and so forth. She's correct. Bless her.
No.
Yeah, that's appropriate. Dun, dun, dun. I love that music.
I know it's appropriate, but you know, avoid copyright.
Oh yeah.
It's excessive. And you know what? The erasure of gingers.
It's a real
It
thing.
bothers me.
Yeah, it's a real
Imagine the dun, dun, dun. It's very
cool. And I defended some of these because of the time, you know, it's a slow creep.
Mm-hmm. But then in hindsight, you see like that chart of all the characters. This is just a small portion.
Yeah, and some of those, I resent the Michael Clark Duncan one being in there. Vincent D'Onofrio was busy doing Law and Order, whatever the hell he was doing, SVU or whatever, one of those abbreviation movie or shows. Yeah.
People were giving her grief.
No, she was 100% correct on most of that. Yeah, no, I got you, Leon. Trust me. Michael
It's even
will
better.
Be defended.
Her follow-up is even better.
Let's go.
Here's some comments some retarded people made on my last post. First, dragons are mythological. Yeah.
Yeah. I got into a brief spat and then I stopped engaging with somebody who was so somebody, I think it was maybe Dragon Slayer, who had posted something about them using an African American person to portray one of the Greek gods. And I'm like, I jumped in a little bit and they're like, it's fantasy. And if you watch Percy and the blah, 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 it's just fantasy. And they were all different colors and people and blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I can't. I just can't. So.
Yes, but Vikings aren't. Vikings, the people, the culture, the history, that is real. Which leads me to the next one. Bro, she's complaining about a historical accuracy in a movie with dragons. Didn't think I'd ever have to say this, but yes, because movies can contain both things that are real and are not at the same time. And in case you still need me to be specific, the dragons are not real, but the Vikings and the people that it was based off of are. This next one had me dying, and if you have any information to add to this, please do. Next up, Black Vikings are real. Yeah, about as real as transgenders. This is...
Yeah, she's talking about verisimilitude. She's talking about verisimilitude, and this is something I like to talk about all the time when they this dumb argument. Well, I mean, it's Robert Meyer Bennett who's the viceroy of verisimilitude, but basically what it means, the crazier the shit that you're asking people to believe in, like dragons exist and people ride them and train them around, the more all the little things need to make sense in people's minds, because you're asking them to suspend their disbelief in a big ask. So all the little things need to be, and part of the little things is the fact that Vikings aren't black people. Vikings are white people. I'm sorry. I know they raided Northern Africa. Were there black Vikings? Yes, there were. But boy, did they want to make it look like it was all the time throughout history and in every location. bro, just make Astrid blonde with blue eyes, rather.
Right.
Not blue hair.
It is what it is. So, okay, little side quest, but relevant. So, guilty pleasure of mine is 90 Day Fiance, the whole franchise. It's garbage. I know this. Guilty pleasure. There is this Black woman who is dating this Nordic man. She moves her life over there, and she's like, there are no Black people there. What am I going to do? So she finds, well, obviously production finds the 4 other Black people in the entire country, and they sit down in the living room and they talk about their experience, and they're like, you have to assimilate. You know, this isn't where we're from. Oh, and she's super liberal and like obviously visibly libtard. But she's up there. The white people are in this freezing cold water, and this is part of their, you know, this is what they do. And she's like, Black people don't do this. It's like, there are so many points they make on that show regarding like Muslim Christian marriages. This one, that it's like, yes, you are proving all of the points. And when you do it, it's not bigotry, it's not racist, it's just what it is. Can we just acknowledge that it's just the way it is?
Yeah, I was listening to the hell is his name? I can't think of him now. Adam Carolla, Jesus Christ, on trigonometry, and he was like, you know what my white privilege is? I can look at Gavin Newsom, straight, white, handsome Gavin Newsom, and think, fuck that guy, I don't want him to win. Just because he's a white guy, I don't have to vote for him, and I won't be ostracized by other white. The same cannot be said for Obama or Kamala or people that got demonized. Well, you're Black? You're not voting for... I can think outside of my skin color. What a privilege. What a privilege. I actually really grateful for that I'm allowed to think with, like, even on stream was on, and someone was like, as of this color and this group, and I talked to this color of people, and it was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Humans are who I want to talk to. I'm over the whole identifying by skin color, because it's racist when we do it, and it's fucking racist when they do it. Stop.
But you come from a place of privilege. You can't be
sure do.
A victim.
Sure do.
God damn. So she did a search of, were there Black Vikings? I asked Grok earlier today, were there Black Vikings? No, pretty much no.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much no.
Obviously, they allow for maybe there's a possibility, maybe, but no.
Yeah.
Like how many African American ninja assassin warriors in Japan were there? Like,
it's the Yasuke thing. Was there possibly one dude that maybe held a sword and did one, like, did you have to go to that example though? Yeah, we know why they're doing it.
Yep, totally disingenuous. Let's listen to her.
This is the answer Google gave me after about 5 whole seconds of research. While there is evidence that suggests Vikings may have been more diverse than previously believed, including the possibility of Viking presence in Africa, the evidence for the existence of Black Vikings is still extremely limited. We can therefore say, no, it is not likely that there were Black Vikings. Vikings lived in very, very white areas like Denmark, Scandinavia, Sweden. The only time in history that Black Vikings might have become a thing is through slave trade or assimilation through farming, marriage, combat, whatever. So, you know, they could make Astrid Black, but they'd either have to portray her as a slave or someone that traveled thousands of miles to culturally appropriate Vikings. And last but not least, I think that last line is interesting. I think she's trying to say that it's the Black people behind those decisions. The victim mentality is strong with this one. No, I'm not blaming the actors for being Black. I am, however, blaming the producers and all of the people involved in these movies for creating them. And I'm blaming all the actors and actresses who not only audition for, but accept roles that they really don't fit. And if what I just said upsets you, then you must be super supportive of the idea of a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Tiana starring in the live-action Princess and the Frog someday. And, you know, using your logic, since Princess and the Frog contains things that aren't real, like talking alligators and frogs and magic and voodoo, the whole thing can be inaccurate. It's okay. It's all fiction. I hope you finally hear how stupid you sound. And to all of the sharp tools in the shed saying, well, Astrid's voice actresses were never white. If you're seriously saying that voice actors' physical appearances should have something to do with the characters' roles that they play, then I have a few questions for you. Question number 1, does that make this sexist and ageist? Question number 2, who are you gonna hire to be the new Garfield? Wait, I got one more for you. Who else is gonna voice the Italian plumber that was created by Japanese people, speaks English, and looks Mexican? No one cares what the person who voiced Astrid looks like. What people care about is the person who will play the live-action Astrid in the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. It's only in the live-action that the physical appearance has a part to play. And if the last line of my video upset you, good. What we need to do is stop allowing these studios to take
I love
creative
her.
DEI interpretations and thus steal stories and roles from other people. All I want are some good original stories.
That's all we're asking for. Stop recycling, repurposing, or whatever, and just race swapping out and like, there you go. Love it. If you don't, you're a bigot.
Yeah, thankfully, I don't think that tactic works. At least not the same way. I mean, it never worked, but like, immediately now it's discounted when they say, you're racist. Yeah, okay. Doesn't mean anything.
Dan.
No one cares. Yeah, we've all been called that before. So just means you're doing something right.
Exactly. And she, to me, seems like she's too young to, but then again, maybe she had older siblings or I don't know. She kind of looks like she's 15 and 35.
I was gonna say she seems like she might be older than we think. It's the glasses.
In the Disney attire in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Maybe she lives in California. It's hard to afford your own place in California.
It is. Red Sox.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's really super expensive. I don't know. I like agreed with everything she was saying. That was super based. Yeah. You just can't be afraid. That's the problem. Is everyone was afraid to say this stuff.
Not anymore.
No.
All these Nazis are all emboldened now that Trump was elected.
Yeah.
Disney was being way more diverse when they weren't even trying.
Yeah. All those things you said, those are my favorite things too.
Yeah. No, I grew up in a very diverse 90s, all the TV shows, all the movies, so that's one of the biggest
TGIF?
parts. Yeah. We've told them that. That's what was so alienating about it is they like to revise history and act like what we experienced we didn't experience. And
Right.
yeah, we live in a totally racist country, even though every fucking TV show and movie I watched was like black led for a good decade, and we voted for Obama twice, and we're all just racist. We're all just racist.
Of course. Now, the actress looks a bit lighter complected here, but for her IMDb, they have her in the braids and, the makeup. By the way, what's her butt from Wicked? Famous
Left or right,
singer.
Ariana Grande. Yeah.
So she started off looking more like, there's memes, right? When she was younger, she had like the dyed red hair, and they're like, she looks more like the Little Mermaid back then, and then she kind of transitioned into the like darker one. Then it's like she looks more like the Little Mermaid of 2022 or something. But now she's going back to, well, I don't know, anorexia or something.
Veganism.
But she's lost the color again.
Yeah. Well, her and her co-star look horrible, and like people are making the Chadwick comment. It's like, bro, did they both have a wasting disease? They both look horrible, emaciated, pale, sunken face. Like, are they? Oh, Ozempic maybe. They're overdoing the Ozempic.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work out if you're going to do that because it starts eating away at your bone mass.
Oh, yeah. I saw somebody post that they're going to get a prescription for Ozempic, not to actually take it, but just for the like inevitable lawsuits that are coming.
Oh, so they can be a part of the. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There will be
the class action.
There will be some lawsuits. Yeah, no, they do not look good. Robert Downey Jr. doesn't look good. I blame veganism, of course.
Of course. We need a palate cleanser. I mean, she was pretty great. But I did hear you say that you were at Ross recently.
Uh-huh.
Flirting with the lady security guards or something.
Oh, that was just me being funny. I just go to Ross all the time to look for all the things because I have like a path.
All the things.
Yeah.
What's funny is I had this like queued up in anticipating tonight's stream, and then I heard you say you went to Ross. So then I'm like, I don't have to ask him if he's ever been to Ross, Home Goods, Marshalls, Hobby Lobby, any of those things, because now I know.
Oh yeah, Rat and I would go on hunts for McFarland's that would sometimes be there. And then I actually was like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of food and like clothing items I should probably actually buy here. So yeah.
All kinds of stuff. This was so funny. I hope you like it.
Any chance you have a snow globe with a small photo of my grandma and all her friends and it says squad goals?
Sir, we love your grandma here. Of course we do. Hi, I found this and I'm looking for Bambi, but just like a little bit sassier. Like she needs to give.
How about these? Do you guys have like a really lanky horse statue?
Sir, do I have just the thing for you? I'm not sure, but do you guys have a metal?
They have the most random ass janky collections of just crazy shit.
This couple seems fun.
fun. I like
rocket,
that.
and I want it to look like almost inappropriate.
Oh, does this do?
I've been in the market for a full-size bust of a woman, half black, half white, with bubbles on her head. Is that something that you guys...
Oh, come on. Like this?
Yes.
I'm also looking for about 352 green pillows.
You've come to the right place.
I'm wondering if you have a globe, but with no countries on it, just an inspirational quote.
What type of question is that? Of course we do. The adventure begins. ...
Okay, I'm looking for a sign to put like near the dinner table just in case people don't know what to do.
Right here next to our directional collection, we do have this, because I know that does get confusing sometimes for people. I'm a seamstress just looking to get into the Christmas spirit. Do you have something in mind for me?
How's this?
I'm a cat lover who's also super into art. Do you have...
Come with me right meow.
They're so fun.
Mona Lisa.
This is perfect.
Missed opportunity with the Mona Lisa.
I would probably buy that if I found that.
You know, you should be in that. Become a throuple. Just.
Oh
you know.
no, I'm far too high energy for that. No.
Not gay. SSA.
Just saying.
Word. Sorry, got you.
Gotcha, bitch.
Got your ass. Yeah.
Speaking of amazing things that everyone was super shocked about, was that there was this white straight male, or female rather, female.
No.
That
2
won
years
Miss
ago, you
Universe.
would have been correct. But yeah, now we've returned to form.
From Denmark. Speaking of Denmark, I mean, there's kind of a theme with the next few topics, but yeah.
I mean, I'm fine
This
with
is
this.
a Viking, which represents the Asian family. I don't understand the logic or where she's going with it, but I'm on board.
Is a Viking which representing Asian Denmark, where we have these strong Vikings, and I represent.
There were no black Vikings, but there may or may not have been Asian / Mayan /
Everyone
showgirls.
knows the Valkyries were Indian showgirls.
Of course.
Strong, empowered women of Denmark at that time in a glitzy, colorful way.
That's an interesting, colorful way.
This agreed. This is very respectful. If I was Asian, I'd be very happy about this. Yeah.
So, Victoria, I wrote it down phonetically in my notes. Hold on. Kier Tilvig.
Kier Tilvig.
There you go. The first Danish contestant to take the crown. Do you like Danishes?
Yeah, I don't read the news unless I get my Danish. Sorry,
Favorite Danish? What kind?
The regular.
Is it Entenmann's?
Oh yeah, I mean Entenmann's is always. If you're not bringing that over to your new neighbors, what are you doing?
Right. Thank you.
They still make Entenmann's? My grandma used to always have
I
Entenmann's.
saw a semi truck on the highway the other day. I'm like, is it Entenmann's?
Yeah, no, my grandma used to take me to like the
Yes, that won't
Webster bread store that would like have overstock and it would have all the Hostess like extra. Yeah.
We had one of those in Ventura.
I said, do they? I don't think those exist
did.
anymore. But yeah,
It was
they
like a
did.
little outlet of just like this pastry weirdness and this weird look. It didn't look like a bakery, didn't look like a shop. It was just kind of like in the shopping center next to a fish supply store and a GameStop.
There you go. That's all you need in life.
Yeah.
That's all you need in life.
So I had asked GROWL because memory, maybe we're being gaslit. There was a cornucopia in Fruit of the Loom. Don't forget it. Don't believe the lies. I remembered there being a transgender woman that won some Miss title.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that too?
There was, yes.
Let's see. Were there any transgender contestants at the 2024 Miss America pageant, or Miss Universe rather, not America? There were contestants this round. And Marina Machete from Portugal made history as the first transgender woman to place in the top 20 in the previous year, indicating continued participation and support for transgender contestants in the current year. However, specific details on the 2024 contestants might need to refer to more current or specific reports from the event itself. Okay, fine, whatever. like, which pageants have transgender women won? Miss Nevada in 2021, Miss Netherlands in 2023, Miss Greater Dairy. Okay. Brian Nguyen became the first transgender woman, Brian Rietta, to win the local title within the Miss America organization 2022. Miss International Queen, Fuchsia Ann Ravina in 2022. Miss Trans Global in 2020. My memory goes last year a trans woman won Miss whatever. But the internet says no.
I think there's a thing we have called hyper time where we condense. So I definitely remember the 2021, 2022. Don't remember if I remember when exactly last year. I've lost.
But I mean, given the time, the word has lost all meaning. But as far as like the current climate and how, men claiming to be women are getting ahead in like lots of different areas because they're marginalized and victims and, all that stuff. It is still surprising that this blonde, blue-eyed woman from Denmark won.
It's not when you realize the switch has been flipped on that simulation and the Overton window just went bloop, and we got allowed to be turned. All the fucking buttons came undone and now we're allowed to be sane again. So I just think it's going to be like a rubber band. That quickly, everyone will be allowed to say basic things again that would have gotten you moited just 3 months ago.
There's a woman on X, and I think she does TikTok. I'm not quite sure because her videos come across a little spicy. And her name is Kate McDelvey, and she just does listening to trans people. And all she does is read their comments and things that they say. I could not play the video that I wanted to play on here because it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the timeline is healing.
Yeah. You would hope that eventually they will, you would hope that eventually they will get us some manner of freedom. And yes, that's what I'm looking for. You would hope that they let us start talking. Like, I'm tired of having to say Yahtzee instead of, you don't have to. It's just that the algorithm, when it picks up your transcript, for the subtitles, is sometimes when you say certain things. So yeah, I'm tired of that. I'd like to be able to say whatever I want.
Is it specific to the word, or is it conservatives or Nazis? Is that phrase okay?
I'm not sure. And I'm not sure any, because like the certain ones, it's just like, don't say a couple of the real fun, derogatory, racial swear words in the first 8 seconds of a stream. I like the common belief is like there are a bunch of keywords like Yahtzee and genocide and all those other fun things, and we say unaliving and all the schmoosicide and all the dumb things. Yeah, that if you say it enough, it'll mess with your algorithm and you won't get promoted. I'm not even sure if that's true at this point, because some people, they say don't say it, and then sometimes they say it. And I was like, I thought we couldn't say it. It's like, well, you should just try not.
I heard too that the visuals you use, the AI picks up just even images that you have or
I wouldn't
text
try
on your
gooch
shirt.
saluting. Yeah, I wouldn't try gooch saluting or doing any other.
Oh, the vintage American flag salute.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one's all right still. That's just the below the waist game where you get punched if someone saw that look. Yeah, I know certain people won't show like, certain drinks if they're, for that reason, for advertising purposes.
Okay. I just drink water. Clear liquid. Clear fizzy liquid.
Sure.
So continuing down on Denmark, this is the first post in something that I, kind of need to fall into certain threads. This one that cracked me up is the first post in this bizarre practices and traditions around the world. In Denmark, if you reach the age of 25, and I'm thinking it's women because you're an old maid, right? Post 25.
I mean, I would never use that
Spinster.
term. I would never use that term. Is that what we're calling them, spinster?
Sure. In Denmark, if you reach the age of 25 and aren't yet married, you get tied to a chair and pelted with cinnamon.
Why cinnamon?
I never heard of this before. It looks
I
fun.
would have been pelted
Not at all.
already. Yeah, we shouldn't shame them. Should congratulate them on not rushing into something. Hi, Gooch.
Hi, Gooch.
This guy. We're on a date. We're sitting at our table. He keeps walking outside the restaurant by the mirror, just looking in. He's having fun.
Hi.
What course are you on?
Do you
What
need
are
more
you
water?
doing? Yeah. Oh,
You good on breadsticks?
surf and turf, huh? It's good. What are they doing to her?
That one is in India and Malaysia. They pierce their bodies with hooks and skewers in a dramatic act of
Hellraiser.
devotion. Yeah, a little bit
fun.
Hellraiser. Because that's fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a better one. The next one's just horrible. I think I saw a white dude go to wherever this is in Brazil in the forest or the jungle.
Gloves.
Did you see that guy?
No, it's just I thought that was for something else. I thought you had to put something else in there for a second. Then I saw it was gloves. I was like, oh, it's just my hands. Oh, thank God.
They shrink?
Like a fried turtle. Yeah.
Turtle. No, you put your hands in them and prove your masculinity.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's like the box
that's
in
cool.
Dune or whatever.
Yeah. Just exhume your dead relatives and just parade them around because it's party time.
I would do this.
That's
That's
normal.
cool. Take me out, dance with me.
Slowly starve yourself and meditate.
How do you?
Okay.
Because he just
This one grossed me out.
Formaldehyde. Was that
This one
tomatoes?
grossed me out. It's just I'm thinking of cleanup, the smells, after the fun is over, the food fight.
That's definitely how you get ants, for sure.
I wish I had the clip. I need an Irwin. I need someone that can push the buttons
We
and make the things go.
all need, oh my God! I thought that was something else she was being rubbed with.
Yeah,
Rotten food
so in
and
Scotland,
flour.
and R2 is not here. R2 Lee2 is not here to confirm or deny that this is a practice in Scotland, that brides are pelted with rotten food, ash, and flour in pre-wedding ritual called blackening to prepare them for the hardships of marriage. I thought they just give her a black eye, and if she didn't, well, I mean, if she has two black eyes, she doesn't know how to listen the first time.
Thought the blackening was anytime they try to cast a redhead in a movie. The blackening happens, and goodbye, redhead.
Hello? I'm not a good Irwin.
Hello, Kimberly. Insert. No. He's a selfish lover. It's fine. You're way better. He's got clips. He's got these little tricks. Bro. Which end did he put in first? That has to snap together, right?
I mean, the handle's got a. It's not the shovel end.
But why? That is a good question.
It's to purify themselves and honor the gods, of course.
He must really. Oh, there you go, R2. He's there. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
R2. Never heard of this.
Bro.
Thank you for our real-time boots on the ground fact checker. Thank you, R2. So in India, babies are thrown from now that R2 said that was not something he's ever heard of. I may or may not believe any of these things, but I want to believe this one because it's horrifying. In India, babies are thrown from a temple rooftop onto a cloth below as a ritual believed to bring good health and luck.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. We're lucky that we were born in the country we were born in. I know we have problems, but it ain't this.
Yeah. Oh, no words. Awesome. Michael Jackson did this before. It was cool.
I mean, he was just giving everyone a little peek, little peek.
Just giving them a little good health and good luck.
Totally my child. Totally my child. My white child. Oh, baby jumping. This is fake. This has to be fucking fake. There's no way this is real.
Men dressed as devils. I don't know why that's a devil costume. Leap over babies lying on mattresses during the El Colacho festival to cleanse them of sin and protect them from evil spirits. Babies don't have sin. Well, I mean, unless you go to never mind. But come on. Like you said, I'm glad to have been privileged enough to grow up where we have.
This is not real. Come on.
This one?
This is African tribal neck stretching.
No, Myanmar and Thailand. They do that in the Indonesian areas as well. It's a thing. They can never remove them because they've detached their bits in their neck to where their neck doesn't have the. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it's a sign of beauty and pride. Mama, what's a long neck? Never mind.
I know what you were doing.
Oh, the feet.
It's penguin.
The feet. Yeah, it was outlawed, but
Yeah, the breaking of feet and
let's just wrap those little piggies around, you know. Are we at the end of this yet?
we got some real fun ideas that humans come up with of
So when someone dies in your family, do you cut off fingers, toes?
I started with the toes.
Yeah. Would you start with the pinky toe, or would you go for a middle one to kind of keep it balanced?
To keep it balanced, yeah. I'd go with whichever toenail grew back the fastest, because that would be the most annoying one. Probably that big middle one. Sons of bitch.
Smoking dead scorpions.
Now that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a night out in the
hot-
town. Me and my homies in the Denny's parking lot smoking scorpion powder.
In your tobacco or hash, the high lasts for around 10 hours.
Bro, you never had a spliff with a scorpion powder? Turn you into
Haven't
a
lived.
real one.
Have
Yep.
not lived.
Yep.
Okay, we reached the
Scorpion
end.
powder.
God damn
Put
it.
some real hair on your gooch. Some real. You're gonna have to use that Manscaped code.
So Spirit Airlines is filing bankruptcy. Filing for bankruptcy, but they're gonna keep flying.
Did they jump over
that work?
over babies? Spirit Airlines easy. The pilots are all on scorpion powder, so they can fly for free.
Have you ever flown Spirit?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm super choosy about it. Like the last ones I loved was JetBlue, and then we lost because of our shitty mayor. We lost the JetBlue terminal, so like I don't think I've flown since.
Hell yeah, now we're in for a party. So I've flown Spirit one time. It was go to Anime Matsuri last year.
How was that?
And totally uneventful, pleasant. I was disappointed. I've never been to a Waffle House, and I was hoping this was my chance. Waffle House in the sky. There have been so many promises made on social media about Spirit Airlines. I felt I got ripped off.
Oh no. Spirit.
Yeah.
It looks like it's super high quality accomplishments or accommodations rather.
Oh god, so they're filing for Chapter 11 as of today. They announced it had reached a deal with its bondholders to restructure its debts and expects to continue flying as normal during the bankruptcy process. The airline says it will continue to honor all tickets, credits, and loyalty points. Okay, so you can continue to book and fly in the future. They're Florida-based. I did not know that.
Not inspiring me with confidence.
The first U.S. airline to file for Chapter 11 since 2011. It did not come as a surprise since the company hasn't posted a full year profit since 2019. And I did see somewhere that they hadn't made their financial filings like public or like visible to the people that, you know, should have visibility on them for like the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this was enlightening. This cryptid politics guy, he posted a whole bunch about Spirit. And he said, I'm sure other airlines can't wait to bring Spirit Airlines employees onto their teams to increase internal morale and customer satisfaction.
Do not play them. Do not.
Bro.
Not the one nor the two. You're not the one or the two. Let's go. You ain't got shit done. You ain't gonna do nothing. Name my ticket. Speaking on me for nothing. Like I said, keep my fucking name out your mouth, bitch. Mine is always in yours for some reason. No, some reason. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here before I slap the shit out of you. You're not gonna smack shit. Try me. You think you're fucking I'm not trying me. Try me, Tinky. I be done drop kicked your ass.
Customer service excellence.
Sorry, so many jokes, but I was being respectful to your channel.
Oh no, go for it. Let her rip.
No, it's fucking crazy.
Except certain gamer words. Just, you know, I've had a strike before.
Say these white people are out of control, but
Oh, these banana. No, wait, no, not banana. Mayonnaise monkeys. Mayonnaise monkeys. That's a white people slur.
Yeah, mayonnaise monkey. That was fun when I got called that once. I was like, what? I love mayonnaise.
You actually got
That's a
called
great
that
name.
before?
Yeah, I've been called the mayonnaise monkey before. Yeah, 100.
Did it become your DJ name?
No.
Oh.
It's funny. was amused. Anytime I'm ever actually attacked for being white as a slur, I find it quite funny.
This guy
Gooch,
Cryptid also says.
That's
what
how
did
we
Gooch
need to
say?
be now. Oh, I'm just saying that's how Gooch and I need to be. Keep my name out your mouth, and you ain't gonna slap nothing.
Cryptid Politics says, I'll miss the orderliness, dedication to service, and neighborly passengers on Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That is the Waffle House of the sky. But you get a good meal. You get a good meal.
They don't serve meals anymore. They don't even serve peanuts on planes anymore because of allergies. Gay. Oh yeah, B-Man, thank you. Please hit the like button. And if you have subscribed for some reason, check to see if you still are, because sometimes I get unsubscribed from other people. So YouTube can be kind of tricky that way. Let's see.
Oh, there you go.
There was another one. Oh,
jeez.
yeah. Oh no. Speaking of the Haka fatigue, right?
I can't get enough of it.
The first time I saw the Haka was what's his name?
Jason
The
Momoa.
character's name. Well, yes, Jason Momoa, but the character's name, Drago,
Khal Drogo or
Khal Drogo.
Drago.
Anyway, his audition, he did the Haka, right? And everyone was like, "Oh wow, it's so hot, so cool." I'd never seen it before because I'm from freaking California and uncultured swine, whatever. I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And then you start seeing it in Parliament, offices of authority, and it's like,
It's
this
weird.
is weird.
Weird to do it in a political environment, even if it's culturally appropriate to you. That's not really an argument, you know?
Right.
Just start
It's
dancing
not
and
appropriate
staring.
for the venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just do it so they can stick out their tongues. Gross. Oh, you don't like tongues?
Yeah, it's what I do when someone asks why I didn't like something. I just start.
Just pull this out.
Really feeling
I
that
saw-
emotion.
Right. It's not giving off what you think it's giving off. I did see a version of this played at like twice the speed with the Benny Hill music. Yeah. Or the chicken dance. One of those. Potato. Way more appropriate. But
I was just laughing at the white chick in the back who's probably like 1/4 Maori, just enough to be like, yeah, you're included, but she still feels wrong about doing it, so she's half-assing it in the very back. That's poor chick. Not like that one in front who's really
this guy.
excited. Yeah. Yeah, they're really getting into that.
Yeah, it needs to stop. You overuse it. It's a bit much. But it seems like we have migrated on to the next segment for some reason. I don't know. Everything is clown world, so it's kind of funny because like I have segmented things out to be like, oh, kind of newsish, sprinkled in with some funsies, and then you have a totally unhinged portion. But because we do live in clown world, it spills over.
Naughty.
For no reason. Let's see. And here we
Grab the popcorn and get ready, folks. It's time for the unhinged, the unwell, and the unbalanced.
I really should remove Josh Sider from that because he was faking it all along, which everyone thought he was. But I had not heard of, is it Blue Ski or Blue Sky?
Blue Sky, I believe, is the new one that they're all flocking to.
So the libtard Brooklyn Dad and JoJo and a bunch of those accounts, they're like, oh, we're leaving X and we're going to someplace.
Echo Chamber? Yeah, they switched one Echo Chamber for another one that Elon doesn't have control of. Yeah.
But they're super ban happy on this website, which they love, right? I was offended. Ban them. That's how they function. Let's see. So there's an X account, Libs of Blue Sky, highlighting some of the greats. In the past 24 hours, we have received more than 42,000 reports, an all-time high for one day. I feel like they're excited about it. We're receiving about 3,000 reports an hour. To put that in context, in all of 2023, we received 360,000 reports. We're triaging this large queue so the most harmful content, such as CSAM, is removed quickly.
Yeah.
Could you
This is like,
educate me on what CSAM means?
I have no idea, but I'm assuming this is the same idea of like when they hire people, you can see like the HR complaints go up for the young and woke. So they're apt to not hire you if you have all the pronouns because you're too much trouble. Yeah.
Threads is crying. I thought you loved me.
Yeah, we'll see how long before they abandon this because there's no one there except them, and so they're just talking to each other, and so they'll be back. They'll all be back.
They'll be back for sure. But it's crazy because this post, bringing kids into this world right now, is crazy for a liberal. It's such a scary time. I support this movement. No more kids. It seems like a parody account, but they're not.
Yeah, well, that's how it gets, right? Eventually it's so ridiculous that what you would think is parody is actual reality.
Mm-hmm. Any male who didn't vote for Trump should get a vasectomy. This is how we win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just to save women's lives, Moxie. To save women's lives.
So when you SA them, they're not impregnated, and then they're not deprived of the abortion that they would be,
No, so they can
able
go
to
out
have
and fuck
under
whoever they
different
want with no personal responsibility, and then not actually get pregnant and have to do things.
But I thought it's just incest in SA. Oh wait, no, it's just It's voluntarily. It's a form of birth control. Okay.
I mean, some of them have like hash marks on the side, like a World War II fighter pilot of
Oh,
how many they've
no.
had. So it sort of depends.
Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah.
You seen this guy? Major
Makes me want to
announcement
get a
in the next 2
vasectomy.
weeks. Right? I mean, I don't have the parts, but it makes me want to get a vasectomy too. Kamala Harris will take back her concession and become the president. It's happening.
I think we're going to have a major announcement within the next 2 weeks. I don't think Donald Trump will ever be sworn into office. I think we're going to find out about what will be considered and called the crime of the century. I think we're going to hear about this soon. I know we only really have about 2 weeks until elections start having to be certified. I think we're going to see some crazy shit happen. I think everyone needs to get prepared. There's no way they're just going to let this go if everything I'm seeing is accurate. So get prepared. Shit's going to hit the fan.
What do you make of him?
I dare say that what he's seeing is not accurate. He might be in a liberal coat bubble right now and just like on Reddit or something. Yeah.
Well, Hook, you're right. Holy shit, it's Q, but lefty. Yeah. It's a spectrum.
Okay,
Oh my
God
God.
bless him. We knew they have no ability to actually do anything other than tantrum online. So it's making for some real good material.
This chick thinks she's
Katniss?
Everdeen Katniss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of an underworld thing going on with the corset.
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, I
She's
booba booba.
retarded.
Yeah, well.
I love this so much because this is the exact reason why Trump won the presidency. I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like it is liberal narcissism like this, which is why Trump is going to be president again. You are not Katniss Everdeen. You have nothing in common with Katniss Everdeen. If Katniss Everdeen existed, she lives in Gaza. She doesn't live in the United States. She doesn't vote in presidential elections. That's a privilege. American women are the most privileged women in human history. Full stop. American women in the year 2024 are the most privileged women in human history. And you are dressing up like a girl who was raised in a concentration camp because you think you have a relationship to her. But in the reality of the situation is you live in the Capitol. You voted for the person who's continuing the Hunger Games. and you're upset that the other person who's going to continue the Hunger Games won while the Capitol is protected. This is insane.
Yeah. Correct. The most
I
privileged
volunteered
of
to-
anyone. Yeah.
Right.
We're all the most privileged of any. Yeah. We would be dead, or Moxie would have like 12 kids, and I would have been killed in war, or be like in a military right now, enslaving people to bring back to the Capitol. It wouldn't have been great. It wouldn't have been great. So we're very lucky that we all have the lives that we have right now.
This guy ain't lying, but the hobo look is distracting.
The tarot cards in the back, I was a little weird too, but it's all right.
Yeah. Oh, woo woo.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little woo woo.
Oh no. It's a competitive sport for me.
Be careful. It's a strain. Yeah, hit the light.
Oh my gosh. So a long time ago, I had an Asian doctor. And he was very blunt. And because I would hold going to the bathroom, I had gotten a UTI. And he's like, don't hold your urine. I'm like, okay. And he's like, also on the way out, he's like, come back and see me about losing weight. And he like was making some comment about my BMI after he just like felt me up and like all the kind of stuff. I'm like, wow, that was an experience. But yeah, don't hold your urine. Yeah.
I would
Why?
prefer
He's
an
a
Asian
saint.
doctor or a doctor that smokes cigarettes, talks real gruff. You're too fat. Your BMI is shit. Come back.
Ooh woo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Phil.
gosh.
Phil.
So the feminist meltdown that's happening, 4B bullshit, whatever. They're gonna give that up in like a week if they have not already. Just saying.
Yeah, let's go.
They can't handle not having the attention, right? It's just the new thing. But I love Justine Bateman's critique of this particular video because as a filmmaker, she has some notes. A lot of elements working together here. The production designer brought together an element of hope with a pink palette, a pink sweater, the pink geisha girl makeup, and the darker pink item on the bed. The director makes a very interesting choice by combining English with Pig Latin. It's suggesting a secret. Okay, so we have boomer parents, right? Ish.
Yeah.
Pig Latin was a thing for them. Was it a thing for yours?
I mean, it
Your
was a thing
mom?
for me. We had Pig Latin weed, but I don't know if it's still used on the reg.
Oh, we had Optalk at my
Oh, I've never heard that. No. Optalk.
similar premise to Pig Latin, but cool kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
Interesting Ipsia gay. There was a couple of them. There's like Adagai, Udigo, Nudigo. We had a couple of different ones.
Yes.
I hated all of them.
I know. Okay, it's suggesting a secret being shared between two preteen girls. It's as if we're being let into a private world. The ceiling fan is on high and framed directly over the actress's head. This transports the piece by illustrating the rapidity of her thoughts. The action externalizes her mental frenzy with the whipping action of the fan's blades. At the bottom of frame, there is an occasional writing up of the sweatshirt. This is a very clear homage to Sharon Stone's Basic Instinct performance theme.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful description here.
Okay, like, if y'all hate women that much, I hope you never get pussy ever again. Like, y'all hate us this fucking much? Okay, you better not come into my fucking, like, oh, you just sent pics, da-da. Yeah, pics of a gun I'm finna buy. The fuck?
She seems fun.
You can fix her.
Yeah. Turn into a trad wife
Totally.
real quick.
Oh yeah.
Sleep with my one eye open. You know. She seems like I can't tell if that's a joke almost with like but it's probably not. A little weaponized insanity.
A little bit.
She's hand dancing better than yeah.
Cellulite podcast. Willie will
Uh,
need to get you back on. Also, I have some other black men that you need to meet. Oh, New Blackstreet. I'm going to be on their show on Friday. So, introductions.
Shout out to New Blackstreet.
I love Will. So I didn't have a Florida man. Usually this particular segment, I look at the Florida man story. But I found this body cam footage and I'm like, this is my Florida man today.
Mm.
Become ungovernable.
Oh boy.
Just a non-criminal question. Did you poop your pants? How old are you? Why are we shitting our pants, sir? Why are we doing that? You're too grown for that. You can smell I poop my pants. It's seeping through. I might have another go at it. As in, what? No, don't poop more. Well, I think I gotta poop again. Oh, please don't poop. I'm begging you. We're almost there. Don't poop. All right, hey, I gotta ask.
Being a cop is a underappreciated job. There's many hazards, and they don't all involve bullets or drugs or fentanyl. Yeah, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. Sphincters don't care about handcuffs.
It's a natural bodily function.
That's what they got hoses for.
Oh
that
my
back seat.
god. Oh, that's they don't have like upholstery. It's all just plastic. You hose that shit out.
Look,
no pun intended, but
never trust a fart. It's just rules of life.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair. What a shitty video.
Yeah. I was really late one night. I was visiting like family or whatever. I was with my grandparents and like it was like 1 a.m. and I was on their computer and like I heard someone going to the bathroom, the shower goes on. And I realized it was my grandfather. My mom came out and she's like, "What's he doing in the bathroom?" I was like, "I don't know, maybe he shit his pants." Like jokingly. He came in, he just stuck his head into the room after. He's like, "Mijo, never ever trust a fart." And I just went back to sleep. That's all he said. I was like, "Oh my God, that was what it was." Yeah. There you go. Love you, Grandpa. Rest in peace.
You know, one of the random questions that I was thinking about asking you was, what's the best advice you'd have ever been given?
Pretty good one.
There you go. That's a good one.
Pretty good one. And then the obligatory never turn down a chance to sleep, eat, or get laid. Those are all good ones. Yeah. You never know when you'll do them again.
What's the worst piece of advice? A more succinct one. Like,
never turn down an opportunity to get laid, eat.
Oh, also.
That's some really good moments. Some really bad ones. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We are winding down to the last segment of the.
Oh no.
But there's a bumper. And I need to find the bumper. And it is
vamping.
Vamp some more. I said vamp some more. Did I just delete it? No.
See, I have
it's at the top.
Are you looking for me? I'm looking for someone. Where can you be? Someone.
Hi, I'm Maurice. I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
I do fashion photography. I took a sponge ball and was pulling him out of a little girl's ear. I'm looking for the goddess. Are you the goddess? Who is the goddess? The goddess is the woman, is a woman, is any woman, is all women.
I'm a 25-year subscriber to both Playboy and the New Yorker magazine.
No fatties. I want it all. No dopers, no smokers, no alcoholics.
I steal watches.
No posers.
We don't like to write checks.
No hamsters.
We don't like to take out the garbage.
What I'm doing right now is making a movie about World War II.
No Donna Juanitas. Do you like cats?
Are you looking for me? I'm looking for someone.
Who could it be?
Lowered expectations.
Yeah. No fatties. No dopers. Oh gosh. So you know Craigslist and misconnections. This isn't news to you, right?
Isn't this when like you saw someone was like, I saw you walking down the street and we made eye contact? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking for Richard. I'm looking for a plumber. Woodworker needed. Plumber services at the ready. Meet me at my hotel room between 3:30 and 3:35. I mean, there's coded language. I mean, it took me like 5 minutes, okay, longer, to get the whole Richard thing. I'm like, they're not looking for a man named Richard.
Dick.
Yeah. 9 out of 10, it's a dude. The one potential female, questionable. But Beverly Hills, Puerto Villa on Sunday.
One of those newfound women 2.0s.
With the neo vaginas.
Yes.
Yeah. You, handsome gentleman dining with family. Me, curly-haired brunette with long dress and jean jacket with older woman. We made eye contact a few times. May we connect, please?
Wow.
This bothered me on a few different levels. First of all, he's with his family.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a trans woman. Me, curly-haired brunette with long dress. Yes, absolutely. Beverly Hills, 100%.
We made eye contact a few times. Yeah, it was him like, he's looking at me.
That ma'am won't stop staring at me.
I wonder if these ever actually work. Like if anyone actually.
I wonder.
What if that chick saw me and then wanted to think maybe she's on Misconnections? Probably not. Yeah.
Can you read this one?
TJ's Emeryville. I like that. Total long shot, but worth a try. Saw you in the parking lot with your dachshund in the car. Dachshund. Yeah, whatever. I was pulling a nail. Dachshund. I was pulling a nail out of my shoe. You said hello. You seem really nice. Thought I'd follow. Why'd you have a nail in your shoe?
Right? So many questions. A lot of.
Have a bigger issue if you stepped on a nail and were like bleeding everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Some of the best posts that I've pulled have come out of Beverly Hills and the Bay Area for reasons.
The Bay Area.
You decide. You decide why.
Yeah.
Maybe she met his parents and siblings. No, the demographic that is still posting on here, they're horny seniors in your area. You know, log into Craigslist today. You may find your soulmate. Or
I'll be all
a
right.
plumber you didn't know you needed to clear your pipes.
I'll be all right, I think. I'll pass.
Oh, no. Oh, see? Quintessential. I need some long pipe to go deep. Canoga Park. 2 holes to fill with long pipe. I'm a guy.
I would assume it's mostly men here. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just the math alone. 2 holes.
Yeah. Well,
if it was, I mean, if you're going to get.
I would just assume in general, most of the people posting on these for quick and easy hookups are going to be men. That's why we're waiting for the Elon sex bots. Yeah.
Oh, no. I think my husband is gay. Oh, no.
Not gay. SSA.
God damn it. The big chip. I remember when the Bay Area had more boofing square foot than human feces. Okay. Last one of the night before we bring this train back to the station. Beefy guy at Ralph's. I don't know what MDR means, but it's in West LA. You were in a muscle tee in the produce department yesterday evening, and I was drooling at you and doing funny things with bananas. I think I saw you laugh. Would like to give you a muscle rub down if you'd be interested. Nothing more than that, really. Just love the inspiration behind your achievements at the gym. I suppose this offer extends to all of my muscle friends out there.
Just a rub down.
That's it.
Just a little rub down between friends.
Bananas.
Yeah.
What's a muscly rub down between 2 guys? 2 totally heterosexual men.
Yeah.
Hey.
He doesn't skip leg day.
And to all 137 of you across platforms watching, I am sorry and thank you at the same time. I love you.
That's very much what I say. I'm sorry, but thank you.
I'm sorry, but yeah, you're welcome.
Shout out.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. You know what? Before we, wrap it up, close it out, do the things, 2 more rando questions for you.
Sure.
Get to know Badger a little more. What's your favorite TV series of all time? What's the greatest of all time?
I mean, it's like a super subjective of the best TV show
Mm.
of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be like what TV show, if I can only watch one TV show for the rest of my life, would be.
Okay.
I Love
What
Lucy.
si-
There you go.
I have all of them on DVD.
There you
win.
go.
You
Yeah,
win the internet.
there you go. It's what it is. See, how could I possibly have predicted that? Yeah, no, I grew up watching. I didn't have cable, so like I Love Lucy and Andy Griffith and like Beverly Hillbillies, I watched all the time, and then like yeah, I can tell an I Love Lucy, but like in the first couple seconds, like when the show starts. Oh, this is one where Lucy.
I'm gonna vamp you.
yeah. It's super
Vamp
maybe
me some
awkward.
more.
Super awkward to know their actual backstory, which I try to ignore once I learn, but like I still love that show. Classic.
Okay, and last question. I won't harass you anymore tonight. If you could magically become fluent in any language, what would it be?
Yeah, I mean, probably boring. Just be like super fluent in Spanish since I'm too lazy to be super fluent in it. But assuming that I knew that one, yeah, probably something functional like Mandarin or, one of those other large languages. Like sound fancy.
Thank you,
There you
Will.
go. There you go.
Oh, Badger.
Yeah, and if math was a language, I would definitely want to learn that one. I'm retarded. Yeah. Shout out, Charlie.
Nobody's perfect.
How dare you?
Badger's so old, his social security number is 1. Womp, womp. I'm older than Badger. You know what, B-Man?
See what you've done? DB Wild, I already speak Klingon, you patak.
I have a neon sign behind the monitor over here.
Do you?
Because it's Kapla.
Kapla, yeah. Those people go hard with that in Star Trek Online, and then in Star Wars Galaxies back in the day, like people would be sitting in the bars, just speak the cantinas, speaking Mandalorian. Star Trek Online, like there's Klingon role players will just speak the whole Klingon language. Yeah, it's super hardcore.
Okay. Well,
So I'll just stick to Spanish.
Spanish. So practical.
Yes.
A romance language.
See.
Oh my God. Okay. So where can we find you next?
Tomorrow on my own channel, we're doing a Badgercast. And yeah, tomorrow will be Badgercast on my channel. You're welcome to join whenever. You're in the in group now.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I stole this from you.
I'm so popular. Everybody loves me so much.
That is Gooch's. I know he stole it from. That's supposed to be for Erwin. Gooch and his 19,000 subs and his like 38% female audience. He just is so wonderful. Everyone loves him.
Yes. Everyone loves the Gooch.
Faint hint of maple syrup every time he enters the room. No. Yeah.
Oh wow. Thank you so much, Badger. Angry Badger.
Thank you.
And not rabid Badger, just a little spicy Badger. And for all 136 of you across platforms still watching, thank you so much. And all the mods doing the moddy things. Oh no. B-Man says Moxie looks 10 years younger than Badger. Well, that's the Korean. The little bit of Korean that I have. So, holding on to that until I look like I'm 200.
It's a sharp
Asian
drop
reason
off.
until it do. Yeah.
It's all right.
Could be worse though.
Kimchi. You gotta have plenty of kimchi to help.
I love kimchi.
Of course.
It's an acquired taste. It's like, I don't know if I like that. I should have some more. Still not sure. I should have some more.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, yeah, I'm all in.
On everything. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Badger, and thank you, everybody. We're gonna call it a night, and see you on the next one. Peace.